Controlled Chaos here with No Man's Sky's Omega Expedition update being out for a while. I want to do a review on it, both the good and the bad. Let's get started. First off, the expedition was designed well for new players, as it shows those players many features that are offered in the game, such as the survival mechanics, the base building, the exploring, and so much more that's put into it. This was great with the way that they also made it so everyone was able to play it for free. You didn't even need to own the game, and this works out into the game's benefit because it brings awareness to this 7-year plus game, and that's great. There were a lot of sales that were made. A lot of people played it and then bought it because they had a good experience. You never see that in games that have been around that long, and so that's a unique thing that Hello Games has done for No Man's Sky. Another thing that the expedition did with the update is normally you get maybe 1 or 2 items that you can put onto your other characters. It may be a helm, it may be a ship, it may be a multi-tool, things like that. But it's just 1 or 2. This had 4 collectible items. It had a new helm, a jetpack, a staff multi-tool, and a spaceship with a unique landing gear system where it hovers instead. And this is really, really nice. It felt like you had more than 1 or 2 reasons to go and get this stuff. Now, another thing they did is they gave a new way to play these expeditions. Normally, when an expedition came out, you'd have to start a new game and then play the expedition. Once the expedition was done, it would convert over to a regular game. Now, in the Anomaly, you have the ability to take a current saved character, jump them into the expedition, and do the expedition, and then once it's done, go back. But they've done even more than that. They let you put items in when you go into the expedition so that you have a better start with the expedition. You'll have better equipment and gear with this expedition, and that's really nice. Not only that, you can bring items out. When you end the expedition, you can pull items out and you get a bunch of great rewards. Some of the great rewards that you got in this one was you got thousands of Quicksilver done that you could carry on to your character and spend at the Quicksilver store, and those can be really hard to get. I was sitting at less than 1,000 before this expedition. Now that I've finished the expedition, I'm sitting over 7,000 in Quicksilver, which is nice. Plus, I also got a bunch of nanites and millions of units from doing this expedition that is now on my main character. So it's a great way to make those different types of income that you have that can sometimes feel like a grind because you're playing through the expedition and the rewards from completing the milestones in the expeditions. It now carries over to your main save. You're not having to worry about, well, I just completed all of this on this expedition as a new save. Do I continue with this new save, or do I go back to my old save that has all the really good stuff I like? And then there's that mental fight there. That's all gone away now because of this. But even better, you could be in the middle of the expedition and decide, you know what? I want to jump out of the expedition. I want to go back to my normal save, and I want to go and do a few things there. Maybe you want to work on your base some, or you want to go hang out with your friends that are doing something in the normal game, or some other reason you're wanting to jump back into the normal game. This allows you to jump back and forth between doing the expedition and doing your normal game, which is really great. It has so much that it offers there, but they even did one step further. Normally when we get these expeditions, it's all about the expeditions and some bug fixes and stuff like that. Not any on this one. On this one, they made it so we can now capture pirate dreadnoughts for the freighters and make that our main freighter where we can build our bases and stuff like that. And that's really great. That's really cool that they've done that. They've added in something for the regular gameplay to do that is nice. They've added in a new mechanic for the pirate dreadnoughts. It's no longer just destroy them. You can still destroy them, and there is that reason there to destroy them of getting the S-class freighter modules, but now you can go on board and you can go ahead and get that dreadnought as your own, or you can ask for tribute, which will give you over 6 million units. And that's great. There's multiple ways that you can play out how you fight the pirate dreadnoughts once you've taken out their main weapons or their shields. And I really enjoy that. Overall, viewing this as a normal expedition update, I'd say it's fairly well done. It's got a lot in there, unfortunately, that we've gone through before as long-term players. We're used to it, so we got through it a lot quicker. But I don't think that was the aim that the developers had for this expedition. With giving it the free weekend right away, I think their aim for this expedition was the fact that they wanted to entice new players into the game and show them everything it had to offer. And that fact, they nailed it on the head. The fact that they gave reasons for us long-term players to go ahead and do it by giving us a bunch of rewards, and the fact that we can do it on a previous save and not have to do a new save, I think they were thinking of us long-term players. And that I really like. I wanted to jump in to get that helm, to get that jetpack, to get that stat multi-tool, to get this spaceship and stuff like that. But the fact that I was able to jump in and out and do other things at my whim is a bonus. It adds more to it. So that gives it another plus. So there's one down draw, and that is the fact that the expedition was mainly designed for new players and to entice new players to try the game out. But it's counterbalanced with giving us those items, giving us new ways to play the expeditions. On top of that, the fact that we get a lot of the currency that we get for playing the expedition brought back onto our characters is another added plus. The fact that we can take our current character and make it easier on the expedition by bringing certain items into the expedition is another somewhat, some people could view it as a plus, some people could view it as a negative, but it's your choice. If you don't want to bring anything into that expedition, you don't bring anything in and you get the normal challenge. If you want a little bit of assistance, you can bring stuff in. So I see that as more of a plus than a negative because it's a choice you're making. It gives us the power. And when you give the power to the players, that's always a bonus. When you give the option to the players, that's always a bonus. So that's where I see that part as a plus. The other plus I see is the fact that they add in new gameplay mechanics for dreadnoughts. The fact that we can take them as our own main freighter. The fact that we can now get tribute from them and make millions off of them is a big bonus. I really like that. Overall, calculating out those positives to the negatives, out of a 5, I'm giving this a 4 out of 5. Because there's one negative compared to all of those bonuses, no matter how you see it, is great. It's really good. Now, if you're still working on trying to get a pirate dreadnought, check out this video here and have a great day.